Hi guys! Oh my god, I actually have a cold, so I apologize because I know I sound like shit. I actually just finished filming. The husband does the voiceover. See, I can't even think straight. Oh my god. Anyways, I just finished filming my makeover, and my husband's gonna do the voiceover, so I think it's already up, so I hope you guys enjoy that video. Anyway, so I know I haven't really been posting videos, only because we've been like really busy, and just we've all been like sick. Like my son got sick first, then my husband, and then I got sick, so we've just kind of like been taking care of each other somehow. But good news guys, I am going back to work. I was very blessed, and it was such a great privilege to have been able to stay at home with my son for an entire year, literally 365 days in Canada. Maternity leave was 365 days, so it was actually quite amazing. I got to stay at home with him. I got to raise him. I got to spend each and every moment with him, and it was just nothing but amazing, and I'm just so blessed, and I'm really happy to have been able to do so. But it's, you know, back to reality now, and obviously I have to go back to work. So I thought I'm gonna share with you 5 tips, which are actually more tips for me than anybody else, given that I am a first-time mother and, you know, I am going back to work. So I thought I'll just share a couple of tips with you that are kind of like helping me as well. These tips will help you and they will help me, you know, when you go back to work. So a couple of things that you need to do before you go back to work. So before I like pass out or anything, let's just get to the tips, okay? So tip number 1, which is pretty obvious actually, it's have a sitter. So have a sitter prepared to take care of your child, or have some kind of preparation in terms of like daycare and whatnot, just so that when you go back to work, you know that someone's going to be taking care of your child while you're away. So it could either be like a family member who has already been taking care of your baby and who's, you know, accustomed to your baby, or if you have like a nanny or a sitter who's of course used to your baby as well. So plan ahead of time so that when you go back to work, you're not going to be worried about that. Or if you plan on starting your child in daycare, then definitely let your child go to daycare before you go back to work, so that you know, during that transition period, even if it's like a week at least, you know, you are at least at home and you can be there with him while he goes to daycare, you know, just in case if he needs you or anything, right? Tip number 2 is as a breastfeeding mother, you want to make sure, I'm a breastfeeding mother, but if you are a breastfeeding mother, then you want to make sure you have pumped enough milk at least a week ahead of time before you go back to work. So that way, as each week passes, you're pumping hopefully while you're at work, or even like you know, at home whenever you get the time, but definitely at least a week before you go back to work, make sure you've pumped enough milk so whoever it is who's taking care of your child will be able to still provide breast milk for your child. But of course, if you're not breastfeeding, then definitely have some sort of milk plan available for your child. If it's formula, if it's cow's milk, that is if they're older than a year, you know, almond milk, whatever it is, you know. So but have some sort of milk plan. Tip number 3 is, just as with a milk plan, you want to have a food plan as well. So whoever it is who'll be taking care of your baby, you want to make sure your baby has, you know, the type of foods that they were already eating while you were taking care of them. So for my son, right now he's kind of like transitioning between pureed food and you know, just like solid food. So one second. Anyways, so for example, my son, like, he still eats pureed food at least once a day, but during the day he'll also have like milk, he'll have yogurt, he'll have fruits, he'll eat also whatever we're eating. If we're having like chicken or rice, whatever, like, he'll also eat that as well. So definitely make sure you have like his snacks, for instance. Definitely stored his fruits and veggies, and if you puree food for him, then definitely have that stocked up in the freezer at least a week's worth. So while you're busy working, while you're busy working, you know, you have at least a week worth of food for your child. So tip number 4 is you're gonna be spending a lot of time at work, which is, you know, a part of life, and it's, you know, unfortunate. You know, it kind of seems like you're being punished in a way, but you know, it is, you know, a way of life, and there's, you know, no way going around it unless you're like, you know, a millionaire or something, or so unless you're, you know, pretty well off or whatever, chances are you're probably working at least 8-hour shifts, at least 36 to 40 hours a week. So you can imagine if you're away from your child at least 8 hours during the day, plus, for example, traveling time as well. Let's say 9 hours. So 9 hours you're away from your child. So when you come home, your child is probably like asleep or whatever the case. But whenever you come back home, try and spend as much time as you can with your child. So with my shifts, for instance, I'm gonna be coming home around between 3 and 5 o'clock. So in the afternoon. So at least I know I have, you know, a nice window before he goes to bed, so I know I can spend time with him during that time. And also you know, we can have like his regular bath time together and whatever routine that you have like for bedtime, definitely keep doing that, because you're gonna feel so emotional and you probably won't even be able to function while you're at work. But the only thing that's going to keep you going is knowing that when you go home, you're gonna be able to spend time with your child. So work hard, hustle hard, but when you get home, you know you're gonna be with your child and spend that time with your kid as much as you can. Not when you come home, you're like playing with your phone or you're on your laptop, or you know, you're in the TV, which whatever, who cares. But just so that you don't feel left out. I mean, chances are you'll probably miss out on like little milestones, you know, here and there, which is, you know, unfortunate, but it could happen. So just to make up of lost time, definitely try and spend as much time as you can and cherish every single moment when you come back from work. And of course, there's always weekends too, so don't feel too bad about it, and don't beat yourself up. And finally, tip number 5 is try and stay healthy. I know I'm like being kind of like a hypocrite or whatever, but not really a hypocrite, but I'm not really advocating it right now simply because I am fighting a cold. But and I am as healthy as any person can be, but you know, it is flu season, so people do get sick unless you get a flu shot. Sometimes even if you get a flu shot, you still get sick. But anyways, definitely try and eat as healthy as possible. Try and be as active as possible as well. Even if you're at a desk job, try and like stand, go for a walk, or you know, take the stairs and whatnot, because being a mother is a demanding job. Like, obviously you need to be a mother to your child, but also you're still an employee, you still need to work. So, you know, take the time to take care of your body, to take care of your vessel of a body, giving it the right nutrients that your body needs, drinking as much water as you can, eating fruits, vegetables, greens, grains as well, you know, just so that you're as healthy as possible. And of course, as myself, I am still breastfeeding, so you know, you want to eat healthy so that your baby can still get like the nutrients and that kind of stuff. So definitely take care of your body for sure. But yeah, I mean, those are just sort of like my tips, and tips not just for you, but tips for myself as well, just so that's something I can look back, if you know, because I know for a fact I'm gonna get so emotional and it will be like a really hard time like to go back to work. But I just want to like look back you know, at this video and be like, hey Fifi, listen to yourself, you know, like don't be crying, you know, just work, hustle, and you know, make that money, make that paper and so that you can take care of your baby, and you know, your baby can have like a good life and whatnot. So yeah, so I hope this video has helped you. If you are a parent and you've had to go, especially if you're a first-time parent, and if you've had to go back to work, let me know what other tips you have that you can share with me, or you know, just, you know, just let me know. I hope this video has helped you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Show me some love. Until next time, my people. Bye.